Mastering Rogue Legacy with Brian. I don't usually start on that screen, but I was just in the mood to do it today. Welcome back to Rogue Legacy. We have a Barbarian, specifically Sir Hornsby, who has a big hit point pool. We have gained a variety of runes, so we've got a sprint and a dash, we've got a siphon rune. And we also, last time in the manor, spent some money to get things like potion up, which could help us a fair bit in the castle. And so those are good things. But in any case, we're just going to continue to try to advance here in Rogue Legacy, see if we can find some more equipment, see if we can gain a whole bunch more upgrades, or sorry, gain some more money to buy some upgrades. But let's get right to it and see what we can manage to do today with this Barbarian character. Once again, Barbarians have a huge hit point pool. I'm starting out with 218 health, or sorry. Yeah, 218. And, ooh! And apparently each chicken leg is going to give me 23 hit points back, and so that's amazing. Those enemies are not going to be easy to get to, and so, whoa! There are two of these little things right here. Yeah! And now they're dead. Alright, and let's see. Based on, I'm trying to remember last time, I think both the castle and the forest are both viable places where we may be able to successfully, ouch, stay alive. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Alright, took some damage there that I really didn't need to take. And there's a skeleton right below me who's throwing bones at me. And this thing. Alright, I took way more damage in that room than I ought to have. But hopefully we'll find a chicken leg or two here in the castle after I get a little bit more warmed up. And yeah, fall into a bit of a better rhythm. And I should take advantage of the fact, with my siphon rune, I can afford to spend my magic dagger a little bit, because we will be gaining some mana back as we kill enemies, and also as we get potions, just like that. Alright. And so hopefully I'll find some more chicken legs as well, because I've already lost a fair number of hit points. Fortunately, with the big hit point pool, I should be able to bring things back up if I manage to play a bit more carefully. So let's see. For those of you who are Spelunky lovers, you probably saw that I had a very good Spelunky Daily Challenge recently. And yes, I'm rather proud of that. And if you haven't seen it, oops, yikes. Go watch one of my most recent Spelunky Daily Challenges. It's a two-parter. And you'll be very impressed. And it was a lot of fun. This is a random teleporter. It teleports you to a random location, which may include deep down in the dungeon, and so we don't want to do that, because it might bring us to a place that we are not equipped to handle. And so instead, we'll continue moving forward in the castle, where we ought to be able to handle most of these enemies. If you are a fan of Terraria, while I haven't had much Terraria on YouTube lately, I have been streaming it a bit on Twitch TV. If you're not subscribed to me on Twitch, you can do that, find out when I'm going to be streaming, or if you follow me on Twitter, you can also find out when I'm going to be streaming, because I tweet when I start streaming. But I've been having fun with Terraria, just playing in a new small world, apart from my YouTube long ongoing series. And yeah, at the time this airs, who knows, maybe I'm streaming right now and trying to get to hard mode. I left the magic potion up at the top left in case I spent some more mana, but I still have 65 or 65 mana. Okay, and there's an entrance to the forest, and so I'm guessing that this will be the teleporter room? Yes, that leads into the forest. And since I'm low on hit points, I'm going to go ahead and get the chicken leg that always appears in the teleporter room. And with that, let's take a peek into the forest and see if we can manage to stay alive in some of these rooms. I can hit this guy through the wall, and so I will do so, because it's good strategy, even if it feels a little cheaty sometimes. Hit the guys through the wall. He can cast a spell through walls at me, so it seems only fair, actually. But let's see. We've seen most of these enemies and things before. In terms of focus, the things that I would most like to get done, in addition to just with every run, you want to try to get as much gold as you can manage to accumulate, so that you can continue to buy more things and unlock things. Ooh, there's a bunch of headless horses that are kind of trapped over in this area. Headless horses have a weird AI where they kind of turn around when they hit walls, but they also turn around in other random spots. And so that's a place where the AI seems to have gotten them kind of hung up. You can even call it an AI. Just kind of like a movement pattern that they blindly follow. Alright, we have lots of magic. Let's go ahead and spend it. Take out that skeleton so he can't shoot me from afar. And I'll also can probably hit the scout from here. Nope, I missed him. Let's try once more. Nice, I hit the scout. Okay, so now it's just the headless horse, who seems to be turning around right here for some odd reason. So I will finish him off as well. Let's see if I can manage to not defeat all enemies. Okay. Good strategy for this room is typically to try to peel off one enemy at a time, especially when they're things like wargs that move very fast. I also have the magic dagger, and so I can use that as a way to deal with the wargs at a distance. Yikes. Darn it. Okay. Took some damage there. We've gotten most of the way through the room, and here's another magic potion, which will help me get the rest of the way. Oh, yep. Great. Got him from the back. Still trying to defeat all enemies. I think there's one left. Yes, objective complete. Defeat all enemies. This is one of my main objectives for today's run, is to try to get as many runes as possible, especially some vampire runes, which we haven't managed to get yet in this particular playthrough. A curse rune is not something that I'm going to use right now. It basically makes enemies harder, but also drop more gold. And so right now I don't need harder enemies, I kind of need easier enemies. We're still very early on in this playthrough, and so curse rune isn't going to be particularly valuable, but it does mean that I've gained another rune, and so it's more likely that I'm going to get one of the runes that I do want to get next time, because there's a finite number of runes that you can get from those fairy chests. Wow, a lot of enemies in this room. Crap, I don't have any magic. I was trying to shoot my magic dagger at the warg. Crap, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I died. Wow, that went south really quickly. That's unfortunate. Alright, let's select a new character. We could get an Archmage, a Paladin with PAD, or a Barbarian. We're going to choose the Paladin because I want to show off PAD, Peripheral Arterial Disease, no foot pulse. We'll find out what that means in a little bit. But with our money, we earned $15.95. The Curse Rune is not something that I want to get, so it is over there. But we will read about it really quick. Harder enemies, but greater rewards. Yeah. Just as I described it before. And it is possible that I could buy some more equipment here. But I didn't love the equipment when I looked at it last time, so let's continue to purchase more upgrades. I would like to upgrade the Spell Thief to a Spell Sword. We haven't seen one of that class yet. But that costs, more money than I actually have to spend. Oops. So what else do I want to spend money on? I could buy some equip-ups, so that I'd be able to carry some more equipment in the future. I could buy some increased health. Both of those could be good things. I'm going to hope that I'm going to get some equipment that I want to equip soon, and so I'm going to spend a couple bits of money on equip-up, and then, yeah, a couple bits on health-up. And that will hopefully help out my character. This guy's got 165 hit points. He's got the Blade Wall as his spell. He's a Paladin, so he can block with the shield, if I ever remember to do it. And let's go into the castle and hope that we do better than Sir Hornsby did with our Barbarian, who stepped into the forest, ended up in a bad room, and died a horrible death very quickly. Oh boy, that zombie surprised me. I'm glad I managed to duck down through the platform. Alright, there's a chicken leg. I'm going to leave it on the ground, so in case I take damage, it will still be there on the ground, so long as I don't leave this room. And then I can go eat it after that. But right now I don't need it, and so it would be a waste to go ahead and consume that chicken leg. Oh, there's another chicken leg. Okay, I ate that one. Okay, I have PAD, Peripheral Arterial Disease. Over here, the floor that I'm standing on normally would have spikes coming out of it, but since I have no foot pulse, the spikes cannot detect that I'm standing here. So basically it turns off the floor spikes, the ones that come out of the ground. So it's a very good trait for different heroes to have. And so if you have a hero with that particular trait, you don't need to worry about one of the threats that you normally find in the castle. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab that mana. There's another chicken leg. Here's more floor spikes that I don't need to worry about, which is great. This guy is managing to one-hit kill a large variety of enemies here in the castle, and so I think once again, with this character, we will try to work our way to the right of the map and head generally towards the forest. We'll also peek around. Oh boy! It's a fairy chest room, and I am at maximum life and hit points and mana and everything, so I should probably try to do this, although it's going to be a hard room. We have to defeat all the enemies. Okay. I'm going to cast a blade wall here and here. Whoa, gosh, okay, these guys are more powerful than I thought. Yuck. Much more powerful. Okay, I was not ready for that room. I should not have gone in it. I saw the fairy chest and I got greedy. Paladin, Spell Thief, or a Miner. I want to show off, oops, the Spell Thief. Flexible Endomorph. Flexible, I think we'll be able to show off an Endomorph. We're so heavy that enemies can't knock us back. Doesn't have my favorite spell, but that's okay. We only managed to get 198 gold, which doesn't leave us enough money to buy anything at all. So our previous hero was a complete waste. Alright, so I'm a Spell Thief. Basically what that means is, as I hit enemies with my sword, I will gain mana back from hitting them with my sword. And so that's a very nice thing. And that is the special capability of the Spell Thief. My first two heroes did not go well. I made some poor choices in terms of going into rooms that were more harder than rooms that I should be trying to take on. So let's try to be a little bit more careful if we can with this particular hero. At the same time, since he is a Spell Thief, we should be using our magic spells plenty often, because we'll be able to gain mana back. I'm down to 22 mana, but if I hit this guy with my sword, I'm up to 31 mana. Hit this guy, I'm up to 42 mana. So yeah, you can see you can gain mana back very quickly. Once again, it's the blue bar in the upper left. And so, even though this isn't my favorite spell in the world, I can use it a whole lot. And yeah, there are some places where the blade wall can be very useful. So let's hope to put it to use. Okay, we've seen this once before, I believe. We can pray for assistance. Oh no, the Hedgehog's Curse. Most of the time when you pray for assistance, you get something good. Sometimes you get something bad. The Hedgehog's Curse is bad. If you've played Sonic the Hedgehog, you know that when Sonic the Hedgehog runs around collecting rings and then gets hit, all the rings come flying out of him. And, well, this is going to be somewhat similar. We'll see what happens when I manage to get hit by an enemy. And then we'll be very sad. Alright, but in the meantime, let's continue soldiering forward. Oh boy, here's another mini-boss. I don't have much gold yet, and so I don't have much to lose, since we've got the Hedgehog's Curse on top of it, which is going to hinder this character anyway. And so once again, this is probably a decision I shouldn't make, but I'm going to go in here. Okay. We're going to hit this guy. Oh, the spell actually worked pretty well. Yikes! And he still killed me. Alright, that's a mini-boss named Bodus. And we're not well enough equipped to take on any bosses or mini-bosses. So apparently this is just the episode where I'm going to die a whole lot and not accomplish anything. Which doesn't work very well for a series that's called Mastering Rogue Legacy. But apparently I'm just having an off day, and everybody has an off day, so I'm going to forgive myself. Alright, we just played with the Spell Thief. The one Dwarfism time stop. Archmage could be interesting. Or a Barbarian. Let's try this Archmage. It has two interesting traits. One is Dwarfism, or a dwarf, or tiny. And the other is a trait called the One, that we will see. Once again, I did not get enough money to buy anything, so my previous character was a complete waste. We are an Archmage, which means we get to cycle through 3 different spells. We have Time Stop, which freezes all the enemies on the screen. We have Chakram, which does its little boomerang thing. And we have the Scythe, which throws little daggers up like that. And I really love the Chakram, so I'm going to have that one kind of on tap. As an Archmage, we will regain mana for each kill, and a little bit of extra due to the Siphon Rune. And here's what it means to be the One. It means that the kind of, I don't know, skin, the background colors of the whole area turns this crazy blue and purple. And so, that is what we have to deal with. Let's see, I'm going to get the scythe ready for this room, because I think I can hit multiple enemies with it. Yes, great. And so as an Archmage, I should definitely spend some mana, try to kill bad guys. As a Dwarf, there will also be certain passages, tiny entrances in certain places that I can fit into that other characters would not be able to fit into. And so let's try to keep our eyes peeled for those. I will point them out when necessary, and we will try to take advantage of them. Okay, let's see. I think I should jump down here and cast a chakram, which then cycles back around and hits the other guy. And yeah, let's just continue moving forward. This is another good room for a chakram, because there might be a whole bunch of guys further to the right. So we'll kill this guy. There is apparently another guy on a platform over here who did not drop anything. Oh no, it's another mini-boss! Okay, this time I've learned my lesson, and we're not going to try to fight the mini-bosses when we're not ready for them yet. So let's go a different direction. Wow, that's a big room too, that's also going to be difficult. I think the scythe will be a good spell in this room, so let's give it a shot. Alright, managed to kill him. Managed to kill that little... this thing, what is that called? The Plinky, Planky, Plonky? One of those names. Alright, we can use the sword as well. Alright, already lost a fair number of hit points, but we did kill about half of the enemies in this room. I no longer have peripheral arterial disease, or PAD, and so the spike traps will sense me and come out of the floor in order to try to kill me. I think the smart thing to do will just be to use my spell once again right there, to take that guy out. This guy I'm pretty sure I can hit with the sword. There we go. You, I will use my magic once on, again. Once on? What am I trying to say? Once again. And I guess there wasn't really anything in that room other than a bunch of enemies. There weren't any treasure chests or awesome things to get. This is an interesting kind of room. Do I remember how it works? No jumping is the objective. And unfortunately, this is kind of one of the silliest rooms in the game, I think. You just kind of have to memorize what is the right thing to do. I'm trying to see if I can remember what the right thing to do is. I think it might be to go down here. And then here. And then... which of these two? I think maybe here? Yes, here's the fairy chest. So basically you just have to memorize the pattern of how to get to the fairy chest without jumping. But as a result, we've earned another siphon rune. So that might be something that's valuable. And now that we've gotten the objective, we can go back to jumping all around and doing all the normal things a character would do. Yeah, fairy chests always have some kind of weird objective. That's one of my least favorite rooms, just because it's not particularly fun. But it's also not particularly difficult. I mentioned we're a dwarf, and there's some hidden passages that we can fit into. This is one of them. It allows us to kind of get back and forth here without having to deal with those fireball traps. And so that's nice. I'm going to switch spells to the chakram over here, because I think that's what I'm going to want to use. Kill the skeleton up top. Great. Keep an eye out for the spiky balls, not let them hit me. Try to advance down this room. Alright, nobody else in here. Oh, chicken leg, great, I really needed that. Get some hit points back. Not a ton. You do get back a percentage. Let's change to the scythe. I thought I was going to be able to hit one of those... what are you called? Frostin. One of those Frostins. Oh, darn it! I just jumped right up into that enemy. That was a very foolish thing to do. It's one thing if he manages to shoot me. It's another thing if I manage to jump right up into him. Clearly I'm not at the top of my game today. I just jumped right into the painting too. Lady Faye has been slain by Doomvis. Alright, I think we did at least get enough money with that character that we'll be able to buy something. But still not very much. Alright, we have a giant Archmage, we have an assassin, a miner with ADHD, and an endomorph. Miner is a low stat character, but of the three of these characters, this is the one I'm going to try taking a shot at. I really like ADHD. That allows you to move faster. I can buy mana up. That's it. Yuck. Alright, I really need to stay alive longer. I'm really completely off my game today. But let's just run back into the castle as a miner. As a miner, we will earn more gold. Each gold coin will be worth, I think, 15 instead of 12. 14 instead of 11. Basically, the miner has a 30% gold gain bonus out of the original 10 that things are normally worth, and then we've already purchased and upgraded the manor. That gives us 11 gold instead of 10 for each coin, so the miner gets 14 gold instead of 11. Alright, and we managed to fight our way through that room, but already take a fair amount of damage. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Yo, and there's a zombie right there. Alright, I should definitely use my spell. Because spells are good. I just took more damage. Yuck. Alright, this miner's not going to live very long. Oh, I might quit after this character, even if it's an extremely short episode, because this is the worst I've played at Rogue Legacy in a very long time. I'm completely out of it, and I don't know why. Like, I'm awake. I was playing a lot of Terraria earlier, and that was going well. And it's just like I came into Rogue Legacy today, and I got nothing. Oh, dude. Okay, that's Bodus again. We're not going to fight him, especially not with the miner. This room is also not a room that I'm good at. We'll take our time while some enemies come our way. I'm just going to go past that shooty guy and exit out of this room, because I really don't like that room. Defeat all enemies. Let's see what type of enemies are in this room and see if we can beat them all. Oh, this is a room where we need the Chakram. The Chakram is a spell that would be able to knock out all those guys. Without it, we can't get in there to kill them. And sadly, we can switch spells here, but it's switching spells to the magic daggers, which also wouldn't help in that room. But let's remember that magic daggers are there. This is the entrance to the dungeon, the downward teleporter room. We don't want to go into the dungeon because it would kill us. But we will get the potions that were hidden in the statues in the teleporter room. And so I will continue to explore and try to find some more easy rooms that we might be able to stay alive in here in the castle. Alright, not bad, not bad. So the good news is I've already got 658 gold. We are a miner. And with the gold gain bonus and the fact that I've managed to kill a few enemies, yucks, means we've managed to earn some gold. And there's a chicken leg. That is super terrific. Let's spend some magic because I see another... Oh, another chicken leg. Oh, great. Hey, alright. We might have just doubled our ability to stay alive right here. Yeah, a few lucky chicken legs can really turn a bad run around. Let's see, all these paintings are coming to life, so I just want to quickly two-hit kill them. Since the miner is weak and it takes 2 hits to kill these guys. Basically, if I pounce, I can get them before they have a chance to swing around and do anything to me. This is the boss room. We're not going to fight the boss, but we are going to take the potions and all the money. And so, hey, this miner is at least finally earning a non-trivial amount of gold. And we're finding a few more easy rooms that will have even more gold, and so that's very happy. So perhaps the last character of today's episode will not be nearly as bad as the first couple. Especially if I manage to time my jumps and strikes right in order to deal with some of these enemies. Alright, and another teleporter room. Get more power-ups. This should lead into the forest, yes. And the miner will struggle in the forest, but let's just try it very briefly, just to get a sense of what I could do in here. Some of these enemies are pretty easy. If we run into some hard enemies, I'm going to turn around. Oh boy. The skeletons below are going to make that room very difficult, so let's skip that room. This room has lots of spikes that I don't like, so we're going to skip that room as well. This headless horse seems to be stuck running into the wall. Whoa, okay. I can hit you through the wall and you can't hit me through the wall if I use my spell. Alright, we're getting actually a fair amount of money here in the forest, so let's try to continue to stay alive here in this area. Okay, that's going to be a difficult room. let's not go into that room, and let's instead look for other rooms here in the forest that I might be able to stay alive in. Yeah, there's one. Oh, except for I didn't want to go down through there. All right, let's go to a different place. Let's try going up. Up through the castle. I'm going to try to correct the errors I made with the previous characters with this one, which is basically if you see a hard room that you think you're going to die in, rather than go into it and die, instead, why not choose a different room and live? It's such a simple strategy. Just needs to be applied consistently. Yikes! Oh my goodness. Alright, there's some difficult enemies here, but if I play my cards right, I think I can last through here. Alright, not bad, not bad. Guard boxes I can take out one at a time. Like that. This guy is also dead, hooray. And I still need the magic, and so I will grab that. There is a chest down here, but there's also a guy who's gonna shoot things at me. I think I can get down here quick enough. Oh crap, and I didn't think of that. Spike traps on the bottom. Made the same mistake again. I was thinking about not going down there because it was gonna be dangerous, and I went down there anyway. Alright, today was a rough day. Let's choose an heir, do some shopping, and get the heck out of here. We could have a Spell Thief with a Chakram. We could have a gay Stereo Blind Miner with a Chakram. Or a Clumsy Dwarf Archmage. I'm going to choose the Spell Thief with the Chakram, which is one of my favorite characters in the whole game. And we actually have enough money to upgrade the Spell Thief to a Spell Sword, so I will consider that. But I can't recall, did I also get a new rune, and what was it? It was something that goes on the sword. It was more Siphon, which I don't need as a Spell Thief, because they get back mana already very easily. So I'm not going to purchase the rune. Instead, I'm going to upgrade my Spell Thief to a Spell Sword in order to show what that does. And I have a tiny bit of money left that I'm going to spend on mana up once again. So normally when you cast a spell, it looks like that. Costs 15 mana points and cast a little chakram like this. Spell swords have an extra ability where you can spend twice as much mana to cast an empowered spell, which hits twice as hard. It's hitting for 68 instead of 34. And it's also larger, and so it has more of a big cross-section to hit enemies with. And so that is the advantage of upgrading this particular character class. So next time we will have a Spell Sword with the Chakram. Hopefully Brian will be playing better. And maybe we'll have a one character episode rather than like a 5 character episode like today. I hope as always you guys are having a great day, and I will see you again soon with more Rogue Legacy. Bye bye.